should remember I can't catch. It's been a while, and yes, we have a new location, but that's all for another time, because today I want to talk about this, rugby. Every year I go to the Sevens in London, which is the final leg of the competition. And this year I was no different, I went, so I just thought I would give you an insight into my trip. And there'll be some photos of the action too. So, as always, travel down on the Friday. I drive down, nice drive, it's fine. I stayed at the Premier Inn near Heathrow, which was cool. The hotel's okay, it's decent. The food was okay, the service was great, the room was fine, slept well. Parking's a bit of a pricey, but these things happen. The rugby itself the games were really good actually, everyone played fairly well. England did not do as well as I'd hoped, but Wales did okay, which was good. This year they kind of changed the format a little bit. They didn't fill the stadium. They had a bit of trouble last year, and I think they probably got into trouble for it. They also they normally have fancy dress, which I normally participate in. I normally go with friends as well. This year I went on my own because no one was available, because they're all miserable. But I think it lost some of its atmosphere this year, which was a shame because it's really, really such a fabulous event. They, a lot of their sort of sponsors and things that they've had in the past, like O2 and Marriott, didn't really, they weren't there and had no presence. I mean, they had some cool stuff like the Samsung slider. That was pretty cool. But yeah, overall, it was just lacking a little bit. I mean, they've said they want to make it more of a family-oriented atmosphere, which is fine, I can get that, but there's always been families go, and families have always taken part in the fancy dress, especially, you always see loads of kids and teenagers in fancy dress, as well as adults. And I don't think that's where the problem was. I think the problem was, one, clearly the bars were serving people when they shouldn't have been, perhaps, and two, they weren't just getting rugby fans as like a lot of football fans and things like that just maybe weren't used to that kind of environment. And I think that's where the trouble came. So I hope they put the fancy dress back in and put a few more attractions in next season, because they did this whole food thing. They always have loads of food stalls anyway, so it didn't really. I don't know. It just killed some of the atmosphere off, really, for me. Like I say, overall the rugby was really good. They had some good live music in the fan village as well, but that was pretty much it. It was kind of lacking, really. Which was that. I mean, that part of it, the bit away from the rugby pitch was quite disappointing, and the atmosphere, it just wasn't as good. But hey, there's always next year when hopefully they'll get it right. Bought my rugby ball, get a rugby ball every year. I normally try and get signatures on them. This is I think the first year I haven't, just because I wasn't really sat in a place where I could easily get down, and they were being a bit more anal about things this year overall. But the games are fantastic, and the final game between Scotland and South Africa, even if you don't watch anything else, you should go and try and find that, because the game was brilliant. It was so good, very nail biting, and literally jumping out of my seat at that one. It was brilliant. But yeah, I mean, overall I had a good trip and I had a good weekend. 2 days of rugby, which was really good. Like I said, I stayed at the Premier Inn, which was that was fine. No complaints. But yeah, I mean, if you're a sports fan, or certainly if you're a rugby fan and you've never been, it's really worth going. It's a really good show. Some people only go for 1 day, some people go for both. I always go for both. But it's you can have a really good time. I know I've said a few negative things about it, but overall you can have a really good time. They always do a special rugby ball and stuff, which is really good. And that's my collection, which is behind me. You can't see them, but yeah. So I just wanted to, do this quick video just to say that the Rugby Sevens is a really good event, and if you want something to go to next year, you should definitely consider it. London, like I say, is normally the last phase of it. So you'll get obviously the weekends winners plus the whole overall competitions winners. But they did do it in this year. They did sort of Paris, Dubai, and loads of other places as well. So it's definitely worth going. I'd like to go and see one of the ones that's not in the UK as well. That would be good. Maybe next year, but we'll see. Yeah. So here's some photos anyway of the action, and I'll see you next time.